Question 1. Refer to the exhibit. Shortly after Site A was connected to Site B over a new single-mode fiber path, users at Site A report intermittent connectivity issues with applications hosted at Site B. What is the cause of the intermittent connectivity issue? Options. Correct answer is A. Interface errors are incrementing. The only indicator of any issues here is the reliability 166/255 on Site A. When the input and output errors increase, they affect the reliability counter. This indicates how likely it is that a packet can be delivered or received successfully. Reliability is calculated like this. Reliability is equal to number of packets / number of total frames. The value of 255 is the highest value, meaning that the interface is very reliable at the moment. The calculation above is done every 5 minutes. Question 2. A network administrator enters the following command on a router. Logging trap 3. What are 3 message types that will be sent to the syslog server? Choose 3. Options. Correct answer is B, D, and F. Emergency, critical, error. Question 3. Drag drop. Drag and drop the Ansible features from the left to the right. Not all features are used. Let's see the answer. Executes modules via SSH by default. Uses the YAML language. Pushes configurations to the client. Operates without agents. Question 4. If router R1 knows a static route to a destination network and then learns about the same destination network through a dynamic routing protocol, how does R1 respond? Options. Answer is D. It prefers the static route. By default, the administrative distance of a static route is 1, meaning it will be preferred over all dynamic routing protocols. If you want to have the dynamic routing protocol used and have the static route be used only as a backup, you need to increase the AD of the static route so that it is higher than the dynamic routing protocol. Question 5. A network engineer must configure the router R1 Gigabit Ethernet 1/1 interface to connect to the router R2 Gigabit Ethernet 1/1 interface. For the configuration to be applied, the engineer must compress the address. Which command must be issued on the interface? Options. Correct answer is C. Question 6. A network engineer must back up 20 network router configurations globally within a customer environment. Which protocol allows the engineer to perform this function using the Cisco IOS MIB? Options. Correct answer is B. SNMP. SNMP is an application layer protocol that provides a message format for communication between SNMP managers and agents. SNMP provides a standardized framework and a common language used for the monitoring and management of devices in a network. The SNMP framework has 3 parts: an SNMP manager, an SNMP agent, a management information base, MIB. The management information base, MIB, is a virtual information storage area for network management information, which consist of collections of managed objects. With SNMP, the network administrator can send commands to multiple routers to do the backup. Question 7. What is a function of a northbound API? Options. Correct answer is D. It provides a path between an SDN controller and network applications. Northbound API are the interface between applications and the SDN controller in software-defined networking. These API enable applications to communicate their requirements to the network and receive resources in return. Question 8. Which two statements about floating static routes are true? Choose two. Options. Answer is C and D. They have a higher administrative distance than the default static route administrative distance. They are used as backup routes when the primary route goes down. Question 9. What is a network appliance that checks the state of a packet to determine whether the packet is legitimate? Options. Correct answer is D. Firewall. Stateful inspection firewall. State-aware devices not only examine each packet, but also keep track of whether or not that packet is part of an established TCP or other network session. Question 10. Which command enables a router to become a DHCP client? Options. Correct answer is A. IP address DHCP. Question 11. Refer to the exhibit. What does Apple represent within the JSON data? Options. Correct answer is string. A string is a sequence of characters and can contain letters, numbers, symbols, and even spaces. It must be enclosed in quotation marks for it to be recognized as a string. For example, the word bird and the phrase what is bird? It's a template language, are both strings. Question 12. What is the role of access points in an enterprise network? Options. Correct answer is C. Connect wireless devices to a wired network. Question 13. Which function does an SNMP agent perform? Options. Answer is A. It sends information about MIB variables in response to requests from the NMS.